Hello, welcome back. And we are here at the PerformX Podcast Lounge, where we are talking to industry leaders who are making the change and who are performing beyond, share insights and knowledge, keen knowledge about their journey. And with me, I have Israel Obatunde, who is the CEO of Ideas Origin Media. Hello and welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, so first of all, I want to say that your session was great.
Thank
It
you
was
so
good. I
much.
saw the gesture from the audience. It showed that you were really delivering. So thank you so much.
Thank you
All
very
right.
much.
So I'm gonna ask you a couple of questions relating to media. All right. I want to know your thoughts around it. Having said that, my first question is this. The theme of the PerformX Summit this year is building bold, executing smart, and performing beyond. Right. So, speaking about boldness, my question is going to come from there. What is the boldest initiative or the boldest move that Ideas Origin Media has taken to capture the attention of the audience in the last 2 years?
Thank you so much for this question. It is because this is just our story, being bold.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So we've taken a lot of bold decisions, and this is why starting the business itself in an industry where we have a lot of big guns and that have been in the game for 15 years, 20 years, 30 years is a bold decision on its own. And coming from someone who is not majorly in sales or in exchange of products department, from a creative, it's a lot of bold decision.
Yes.
And that is because I'm blessed to understand the business side of the creative game. So, and over time, that has reflected in most of the things I have done. So it goes beyond just being a fantastic creative. Is understanding how to make it work in terms of income generation,
Right.
client satisfaction, strategic development, and also understand how the ecosystem works. And if there's a major decision that follows it, is moving from Nigeria to United Kingdom.
Yeah.
As a business that was roughly 2 years old, we
Yeah.
had to take a decision to go and establish another outfit in the United Kingdom, in no man's land, in quotes, yeah. So, that was a bold decision, and I can tell you for free, it wasn't as if we have everything mapped out, But today we are blessed to have a couple of clients, a lot of collaborations, and the team also is great in that part of the world. Yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that. And this brings me to my next question on performance. We all know, or it's a popular knowledge or it's thought of some sort, that the creatives are quite dynamic in thinking. And I think you established that when you were sharing, but and most of the times there's a certain perception about the creatives that they're not as responsive to work. They would want to take their time. They just relate. Their work dynamics is just different from the average corporate style. So my question to you, in Ideas Origin Media, coming from ideation to strategy, how would you say you've been able to measure performance from your creatives or from your employees? How do you measure performance to ensure that they deliver, whilst not still putting some form of blockage or hindering their works?
Yeah, so I totally understand your question more than you're saying.
That's why I'm putting it to you.
Or
so
more than how you wanted to say it.
Yes, yes. I want you to give us that
because
insight.
I was a 247 creative before I became a business oriented creative.
Yeah.
And I know the challenges. One of the most challenging people to coordinate in this world, a creative team.
I mean, you said it. I'm not the one that said it, so
It's
no creative should come from
it's
me.
coming from a creative person, and I can tell you for free, I know those challenges, right? And when we were coming up as creative, there was a different mindset to ensuring we get things done, as against
Yes.
maybe in code the new generation. So having to work with both the old and new, you can imagine the kind of madness you have to go through as a business leader. But the advantage I have again is the fact that I understand that part of the business. So measuring performance does not necessarily have to be that you are in the office every day. It doesn't have to necessarily be that you're reporting or talking to me every day. It's the fact that is around, are you making the client happy? And that goes beyond being a creative. It goes beyond being the man in front of the computer or using a application or the otherwise. It has come to being adaptive to the recurring situations we have in the present world, in an emerging market, or you're already in a complex market. So for a creative to be measured right, I'm not expecting you to basically give me deliverables as per se you are an animator, you are a designer,
Yes.
you are a 3D developer, you are a writer, I'm expecting performance based on client satisfaction, which is end to end.
Yes.
Yeah, and there are few people that can fill into that. So I just like they say, hire take time to hire but fire fast. Take your time to hire but you fire fast. It's a trick that works in creative business. As much as you want it fast, to hire fast, you have to be patient enough to understand the person you want to bring into the game, or you want to bring into your system. They have to feel a purpose. They have to complement other people. So by so doing, there won't be so much friction in code.
Right.
And when there's also gap, it's easier for someone like me to come in and fill those gaps. So when it comes to performance, it's end-to-end results, not necessarily based on one deliverable or the other. I don't know if that answers your question.
Yes, it does. It does. And I like the way you put it. One thing that the convener of the PerformX Summit will say is that it's not about the effort, it's about the result.
Yeah.
You can put so much, and that is what execution is about. That is what performance is about. You don't necessarily review the effort. You might have put so much of effort into getting the job done. However, like you mentioned, it's about the end to end, the client satisfaction, right? What is the result looking like? So, and all of this is dependent on your performance as a person. So thank you so much for sharing that. One last question before I let you go. So let's say there is a time capsule of some sort. You mentioned earlier on that ideas origin media is like 2 years back. So let's say there's a time capsule of some sort and you can go back in time, career wise. What is that one step you think that you would have taken differently that would have changed the whole dynamics of things? I'm not saying, I mean, it's obvious you're doing well now, but you feel like if you've taken that decision, it would have fast tracked the process line and you would have, you would have been doing better than now. It's that one step.
That's a tough
question. It's not as tough as you think. It's not as tough as you think.
The reason why I say it's a tough question is my response might sound like maybe I have it sorted out.
Well, so maybe I should give you a backstory to this question. So because we have creatives out there that want to be where you are, right? And they're still trying to put things together, but maybe just one idea you share now would just give them like, okay, if this person must have done this, perhaps that is where the person can start from. So please share with us.
So I think one thing I took my time to take first is understanding every part of the creative business. So we have fantastic creatives that does not understand the business side of that creative. We have fantastic creative that does not understand the strategic part of the creative. We have fantastic creative that does not understand in between the line of managing the people you're working with. I'm not a perfect human being, but over the years, started as an art director. I took my time into going to writing. I took my time to go into strategy, and I took my time into understanding clients. So it's difficult for somebody to say, I'm not doing again, can't find a way to solve this, and I won't grab the system and finish it by myself. And I won't grab the next mic and call the clients by myself. So that part of going around every part of the business is a huge advantage.
Mm.
So if there's anything I would have said I shouldn't do, it's hard to say. Maybe I wouldn't have started at all.
No, so in terms of that decision, you think you should have taken back then,
Yeah.
that would have fast tracked. But if you say that you covered everything and you were well put together, I think that is a very good advantage.
Yeah, I mean,
That's a very good advantage.
resilience is one thing you can't take away from me.
Wow.
You can call me a madman. Yeah, because the things I've done, trust me, I know normal human beings shouldn't do them because you just throw yourself into it. I'm not saying go and resign and start, and say you want to start your own thing or just wake up one morning and say yes. But trust me, the fact that you don't allow the fear of the unknown to cloud your decision is a big advantage. I think God bless me with.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank
Yeah.
you so much for sharing. And I believe every creative out there must have picked one thing or two that you have shared. Hey, be resilient, right? You don't have it all put together, but ensure that you have a knowledge of the business of the work.
Yeah.
So as much as you're delivering, also have a knowledge of the business of the work. So there you have it. You heard it from Israel Obatunde, the CEO of Ideas Origin Media, and he has shared a tip or two to help you progress. Thank you so much, Israel, for being here.
Thank you for having
Please do
me.
have yourself a pleasurable day.
Thank you so much.